everyone, it's Joe. Welcome back to another ramble. It is Saturday, February 21st at 11:23 p.m. EST. Let us kick off the ramble. Oh god, great, I'm already yawning. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so last night after the ramble, I finished The Wire, and then I hopped in the shower, and I watched YouTube for a little bit. Like, I got out of the shower, and then I watched YouTube for a little bit, and then I went to bed. So The Wire is done. I thought it was really good. I know there are people online who say it's, like, perfect. I don't think it's perfect. I think it definitely has its flaws. However, I do think it was a very good show. I haven't looked up, like, the internet's thoughts on the ending. I do remember reading that I think season 5 was a little rushed, or people will say it was. So I feel like if I look up what people think of the ending, they're gonna say they didn't like it. I liked it. However, I can definitely see why some people wouldn't have liked it. Yeah, I enjoyed the show. I don't think it's perfect, but I did have a very good time with it. And if you like these, like, I want to say, I almost don't want to call it a cop show. I was going to call it a cop show, but, like, there are quite a few of the, like, the criminals in the show that I would give the title of, like, important, almost main characters at some points. It's just, like, this show about, like the Baltimore police, obviously, but then also, to a degree, like, a show about, like, the politics there and the underworld there and the criminal, like, enterprise and the going-ons. I don't know, I guess just look into it. If it sounds like something you're into, I would recommend it. But, like I said, I don't think it's perfect, but I do think it's really good. Oh my god. Okay, I'm now sitting up fully on my bed. I just sat up, so if my bed made a noise, I'm sorry. I yawned again, and I'm hoping maybe this will help. So I woke up today at about 8:30, and then I got dressed, and I was out of here by about 9:45, I think. Went to the cafe, had a coffee, and then I went to the other food place. And since they don't have, like, breakfast food, I got mozzarella sticks. Quite the breakfast, I know, coffee and mozzarella cheese sticks. Then I came back here, and I was adding comments to one of my projects and turning it in. Then I had my therapy appointment, and then, like, right as it ended, my mom came here, and so she visited. Like, she's been here, I think she left about an hour ago. She got here, oh my god, I hate how much I yawn. She did, like, some cleaning. We stopped at the convenience store, picked up some snacks. Then we went and we played my card game, Radlands, again. The game took about an hour. Definitely less time than the first time, but it still took a bit of time. I won again because I'm that good, and it was really fun. I had a really good time. I liked how the strategy this time was, like, completely different than when I played last time. Like, last time I had tons of, like, people on the board, or on my side of the table, I guess, like, tons of characters and quite a few events rolling. This time I started off with less cards, and I had not very many people. Like, pretty much the entire game I had a clear side of it, like, the side of my table was, like, clear of cards, and my strategies came strictly from using, like, my camp's abilities and, like, discarding. Although I did get a card at one point, like, my mom had her side of the table was full, and I managed to get an event card that wiped out all but one of her people, and, like, re-even things out. So it was like the tables, like had turned, things had flipped. She was not a very happy camper about that. It was fun though. Oh my god. I hate this. Okay, I'm gonna try and get this done a little faster. That way I can stop yawning, because I'm sure it's annoying you all. So we played the card game, and then we had dinner. Or no, we went to like the grocery store, and I picked up some more stuff, and she picked up some stuff that she needed, and then we got dinner. We had Dad's wings and burgers. I had my wings and fried mushrooms. Like, we brought it back here and we ate in my room. After that, we watched a movie. We watched Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I saw the first one like the day after it came out. And like I've had the second one like since it released digitally. I just hadn't gotten around to watching it. So I finally watched it. I did think it was very good. I was like, as someone who has played almost all of the games, I think, and I've seen like tons and tons of YouTube content on the series. As like a huge fan, I was like really excited, like getting all the little references and the Easter eggs, and it was so much fun. I do think personally, I think the first movie is better in my opinion, just because it was more like I think it was more scary, and the horror in general is just my kind of horror. It was like kind of, from what I can remember now, it has been a while, so if I'm wrong, my apologies. I remember the horror being kind of slower paced, more atmospheric kind of thing, because everything is new and like it's uneasy and you don't know what's gonna go on. I mean, you do, but you know. And this one, I feel like the horror was more jump scares. It felt more like a slasher flick than like an atmospheric horror, which, I mean, I like slasher flicks. In fact, just like last week, I watched Hard Eyes and I thought it was really good. But that's just like not the horror that I associate Five Nights at Freddy's with. Like I said, it's still a good movie. I think I prefer the vibes and the atmosphere and the horror of the first movie. That said, I know it's not like 100% horror, because there are definitely parts in both movies where horror took a back seat. But like there were just some scenes in this one where I'm like, it doesn't. I mean, it was on the goofier side, which fit for FNAF, especially if you look at the first movie. But like it felt like a little much. Especially towards the end. If you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's just say there's a fight scene of sorts. It felt a little too out there. Still, good movie though. So we went to the movie, and then she left, and I have just been kind of relaxing. And I figured get this done real quick since I'm not presently in the middle of anything. So I am going to go ahead and wrap things up here, because I have touched on everything that I wanted to talk about, to my knowledge. Although earlier I felt like I realized I forgot to talk about something yesterday. And I still don't know what it is. So I'm just going to end things here, and hopefully I'll think of it tomorrow. Maybe I'll make an emergency ramble where I'm like, oh, I remember. It's this thing. It's super important. Probably not, though. It'll probably just be in tomorrow's. So if you liked what you're listening to, leave feedback in the comments below. Subscribe and turn on post notifications to stay up to date on things I post. Follow me on Twitter if you feel so inclined to do so. Link for that is in the description below. And don't forget, you're supporting the world to me, and I love you all. But most importantly, I miss my bestie more than anyone else in the entire world, and I cannot wait until I get to talk to her again, hang out with her, do stuff with her. Just be within her, like, presence, and hang out with her, and just, I don't know, because, like, even, like, we weren't doing anything, like, we were online friends, like, even, like, when we weren't, like, on a call, or we weren't, like, actively doing the same thing, we were just chatting and stuff. It was just nice to know that, like, she was around. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow with another ramble. Until then, bye.